Kingkill 33, James Shelby Downard, with Michael A. Hoffman II. The power of the secret government over the news media continues unabated. During the time of the Watergate scandal, major scandals of the past were reviewed, but the torture and murder of Captain William Morgan in 1826, from which developed an anti-Mason political party which challenged Freemason Andrew Jackson for the presidency. General Jackson was involved with the Bell Witch. And the murder of Joseph Smith, the Mormon prophet, which resulted in the men of the Mormon Church withdrawing from Freemasonry, were major scandals that were ignored. The Kennedy assassination has to do with Masonic sorcery, and the information I present in these pages is well known to certain news agencies who have chosen to suppress it, just as the motivation for the assassination has been plunged into cryonic secrecy. For facts concerning the assassination are supposed to be revealed in the future, which is a matter of public knowledge. That revive plan is part of the master plan of Masonic sorcery. The ability of the secret government to immobilize the release of vital information to the public is in part due to the apathy of American people who have been benumbed by revelation after revelation. It is a peculiar phenomenon that certain revelations move people to action, while episodic revelations of the same type stun them into inaction. I have devoted years to try to draw attention to Masonic sorcery and its relationship to political control. I believe that many people instinctually realize the power that Freemasonry exerts on the government of the United States. But since they have been hoodwinked, they do not realize what the secrecy, silence, and darkness that surrounds the mysteries of the Masonic art amounts to, and what Masonry really is. So control of the government of the United States is just traced to Wall Street, and not to the crossroads of witchcraft. An archetype of betrayal of the common man, i.e. the vulgar herd, has been and is going on, and the betrayal which involves a great deal of fertility and death symbolism is seemingly motivated by the endeavour to bring about syncretism in opposing principles of a mystic power, and to green Israel, rebuild the Temple of Solomon, and establish a one-world government. It is by way of Masonic sorcery that the union of opposing principles is supposed to be brought about, and the people that practice Masonic sorcery are arch criminals who have been and are perpetrating a crime against humanity. The arch criminals managed Dallas in the killing of Kennedy, and the news media reaction ever since. There are today thousands or perhaps millions who are apathetic to the control that exists over us, and who labour under the misapprehension that somehow life can be beautiful if we only forget and discard our ideals while getting on to the business of consumption. America is a news ghetto where the news media continually endeavours to promote apathy while going through the motions, the lip sync of reform. Like a haunted house draining its occupants of will in return for sleep without nightmares, American people are mental captives of a horror that feeds them misinformation as its stone bell tolls the death of individuality. There is no happy last-minute rescue awaiting just around tomorrow, because Americans do not have the truth about things around which to rally, and most just want money, which would enable them to get the things that they have been told that they should and must have. I publish this in the wake of the situation Charles Seymour alluded to. The moralist unquestionably secures wide support, but he also wearies his audience. Well, many Americans have gone beyond being tired, for they have been so benumbed by the revelations that they are apathetic. In other words, they just don't give a damn. Some, however, try to justify their lack of feeling about the revelations, and I have heard some say, as though they were puzzled by a difficult question, why should I let such things upset me? Well, to those people who are not completely lost in apathy, and to those who are not yet apathetic, I say my condemnation of the Masonic evil is not moralizing, and if they find out about the things that have been done to bring about the union in opposing principles of a mystic power, and discover what the master plan has planned for them, they will not surrender to apathy, and will get fighting mad. I will now make this a matter of record. Most Freemasons apparently have no idea of the evil that is part of Masonry, and if they do know about it, they don't believe it. Nor do most members of the clandestine lodges and Masonic-oriented fraternal organizations. The same thing holds true for androgynous Masonic societies and the secret societies of women that are Masonry-oriented, for Masonry is a secret, anomalous thing. In other words, most Freemasons are apparently unaware of the Masonic cryptocracy in the United States, and that also holds true for the aforementioned Masonic-oriented societies.